Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Sagittarius. That's Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, or Sagittarius or Sagittarius Rising for the month of December 2023. Before we get to the tarot part of the Taroscopes, let's look at the scopes. Let's look at the astrology for Sagittarius. Of course, Sagittarius is a sign. The sun's in Sagittarius in the sign of in the month sun's sign of December, in the month of December for most of the month, right? So let's take a look and see what is going on for Sag. All right, Sag. So we have the sun in your sign starting the month of December. So the sun is moving through the first house. We also have a new moon in Sag that's happening on the my cat is sitting on my calendar here. I think it's the 13th. New moon the 12th. Oh, that's right. It's the 12-12 portal. How could I forget? New moon, 21 degrees of Sagittarius on the 12-12 portal. So if you're born 12-12 and forward in Sag, this particular I guess moment or birthday will have the sun and moon growing, and those born before the 12th will have the moon coming to the sun and it be in a more a balsamic or a waning phase of the moon and the sun. So those people born before the 12th will probably be working on finishing something up, whereas people born after the 12th, on the 12th or after the 12th, will be starting new things. Just general. It's just a general thing. It's not, a lot depends on your chart, but that's just sort of a general feel of it. We also have Mars spend the whole month in the sign of Sagittarius. So you're really asserting yourself this month. Mercury, the planet of communication, starts the month in Capricorn and then stations retrograde in Capricorn and then moves back and ends up being back in Sag by the 23rd of the month, right around the time. So Mercury goes back into Sag, and meanwhile the sun has moved into Capricorn by that time. This time of year, we have the sun and many of the personal planets will have the sun and the personal planets all sort of in the same general vicinity. And for you, it's your first and your second house. So it's who you are and it's what's important to you. Okay. We do have Jupiter, your ruling planet, still in Taurus. It's there for actually a little over a year. And at the end of the month, on the 30th of December, Jupiter stations direct. So as it being your ruling planet, things will start to move forward for you after the 30th of December. Of course, Jupiter's in that house of health, in that house of karmic relationships, in that house of taking care of the daily stuff. So there's a lot of energy around organizing yourself and just making your life run smoother. Of course, we also have Uranus in that sixth house for you. And this is actually incorrect. This should not say retrograde to direct. It should just say retrograde. So Uranus is still retrograde at this time. It doesn't go direct until January of 2024, but it's still in that sixth house. So you still have to be very careful, especially around your neck. Okay. Let's see. Saturn now is direct. It went direct at the beginning of November. It's moving through that fourth house. This can be renovation, reconstruction, or Saturn is a tester. So it's testing your foundations. It could be testing your relationship with your family. It can be testing, the structural integrity of your home, even, fourth house is that house of real estate. Neptune, of course, is down there in Pisces. And this is actually supposed to say retrograde to direct. So that's the mistake here. So this should be here, that should be there. And Neptune goes direct on the 24th of December. We don't necessarily notice Neptune retrograde because it is a subtler energy, but sometimes it can come as a big wave. And because there's a full moon 2 days later, I feel like there's going to be a giant emotional wave coming through at that time for all of us, and you'll feel it at the core of your soul because that's where it's sort of where it's happening as Neptune moves forward down there. And Pluto is direct, moving through the last degrees of Capricorn. It will be back in Aquarius in January. And does have one more foray into Capricorn from September, beginning of September to about the middle of November. It'll be in the last degree of Capricorn, and then bye-bye to Capricorn after all these years in Capricorn, and it will completely and utterly be in Aquarius for about 20 years. So that'll be a whole nother ball of wax. All right, so that's what's going on as far as generally for you. I do like to, let's see, I like to look and see what's happening with your ruling planet. We do have that station direct that occurs on the 30th, but before that, we have Mars making an in conjunct to Jupiter, Mercury trining Jupiter. Actually, Mercury trines Jupiter twice. I should have highlighted this as well. The reason it doesn't really, well, it exactly trines twice, but what happens is it trines, Mercury trines Jupiter, which brings a flow of energy, information. It's a really nice aspect to have. And then Mercury goes retrograde. And then because Jupiter is also moving retrograde, right? Shortly after Mercury goes retrograde, it makes another exact trine to Jupiter. And I believe there'll be maybe one more. And I don't know if it's before the end of the year. I didn't check that. I guess I should have checked that. But anyway, so that's what's going on with Jupiter. So we do have a lot of information, which of course you guys love. Because it's fodder for your philosophies. Like you have to know stuff before you can have an idea or an opinion about it, right? We have a lovely trine between Jupiter and the Sun. We have a lovely trine between Mercury and Jupiter, and we also let's see, no, we just have Mars in conjunct Jupiter. We don't have Mars trine Jupiter, do we? No. All right, cool. So the more difficult one is Mars in conjunct Jupiter. That's the first week of December. And with Mars in conjunct Jupiter, you can just go too far. You can do too much. You can overextend yourself. And so you have to, in a way, and sometimes just to be nice to people. But if it's affecting you negatively, it's not a good idea. All right. So that's what's going on there. So let me stop the share. And we're going to do card reading. Let's see, do I have cards close by? Ugh. All right, let me grab a deck. Oh, what was that, a deck? No. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I can just turn around like here and grab a deck. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Come on now. Set myself on fire. I'm going to use the Tower of the Spirit. I think I actually used this last month for Sag, but so what? There's very few people more spiritual than Sag. Philosophically, anyway. All right. What do you think, Charlie? I have Charlie sitting right next to me. So if my computer goes a little wanky, it'll be because you rolled on it or something. Hopefully we don't have an issue. Right, Charles? Do you believe that he's here? I'll show you. Oops. There's a tail. See? You touched something, Charlie. Don't touch anything on the computer. Ow! Don't bite me. Don't touch anything on the computer, please. Hey! Wild animals. Very Sagittarius. Did you hear him talk? Did you hear him talk back to you? I'm the person who feeds you every morning. Gives you love at night. Yeah. Mind pulsed. All right. Almost ready. Almost ready. What does Sagittarius need to be aware of in December? What's up for Sag this December? 2023. Okay. New dawn. Ace of Swords. Decision has been made. New direction. The light is starting to grow. Interesting, because this time of year the light astronomically, at least in the northern hemisphere, wanes, right? But for you, the light is shining because the decision has been made. The challenge is dealing with the sorrows of the past, giving yourself the time to mourn your losses, but also understanding that the future can be as bright as you make it, and you need to take what is left and move forward with it. We have the Hierophant underneath it all in the root position or the base position or the nadir of the chart. This is about really it's kind of about structural integrity. The Hierophant is a Jupiter card, not a Jupiter card, is a Taurus card, and Jupiter, your ruling planet, is in Taurus now. So, what traditions, what education, what more traditional values or experiences or knowledge base can you base your month on your situation? The Hierophant is also about listening to that small, still voice within. So all the answers to you this month lie within. You just have to quiet your mind to hear what your higher self is saying to you. In the past, you have reached a certain level of success, sort of the self-made person. And the like, let's see what's in the sky for you. Choices. We have the Lover's card. This is a Gemini card. This can be choices around love or just generalized choices. In the immediate future, we have change, the Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing for you. Yeah, I mean, you're in a totally new place, honestly. And the Wheel of Fortune can bring good fortune to you. But it is a little bit disorienting. And so, especially if you're not used to good fortune. If you're used to good fortune and it brings the opposite, I would just say what's happening is things are changing. And so it's really important to stay centered within yourself in order to navigate this time for yourself. How it's seen from the outside, a stalemate, a crossroads, or this could also be a cessation of battles, or a cessation of fighting. In your domestic situation, we have the Five of Wind. There's some fear here. There's also maybe some issues around somebody lying or abusing their power in some way. All the fives in the tarot are associated with Gabura. on the tree of life, which is a Mars energy. And Mars is in Sag. And you have this month, and Mars will be in your first house of your sort of Sag rising chart. And try not to get caught up in the fear of it. But also try not to fight anybody in this month. I mean, you got Mars up front. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to have your point of view. When somebody's going to give you a hard time, you don't necessarily want to fight fire with fire in this case. You just sort of want to say, I feel like there's so many changes going on that actually can be part of the fear. Somebody in your domestic situation may fear the changes they're seeing in you and may try to do something that will undermine you. This could be your home. This could be just where you spend most of your time. So just be aware of that. Okay, let's see your hopes and fears of clarity, moving away from troubled waters. 6 of wind here. You just want the fighting to stop, don't you? Outcome, 4 of earth, power, finances, money coming to you. But money, not like just money you get and then spend frivolously. No, this is money that you use to build your foundations, your financial foundations. There'll be an opportunity. Let's pick cards and see if we can get a major arcana. Okay. I did not get a major arcana, but I'll show you these cards because I think they're significant. We have 7 of swords here. Too many people giving too much advice. This is you, Sister of Wind. Sister of Wind just gets to the point. This is the truth seeker and can create some issues, or there can be a truth seeker among you. And then we have the moon, which is lunacy. So you have to stay in your truth this month because the things around you are not they're not logical. They're kind of illogical and to a certain extent crazy. So be careful with that. Let's see what's underneath it. The Hanged Man, which is about well, it can be delays, but to me, I always sort of see the Hanged Man as an opportunity to see things in a different way, where you can, where you don't have any, where you can't change anything, you need to observe it, and where you can change it, you need to focus on it. Then we have Nadir here, which is feeling like you're at the bottom. This can feel like fear around resources loss, or you can fear on some level that you've hit rock bottom. But then as you come into and this might be rock bottom on not your whole life, but just a specific part of your life. It may have something to do with this domestic situation around fear. But then we have the High Priestess. And so the High Priestess, the energy of the High Priestess brings the energy of spirit from the crown to the heart. So direct connection to spirit to fill your heart, and things, secrets come out, things that maybe you knew, that other people didn't know, finally come out. You're vindicated in some way, or you get the story. The story comes to you, and you get to decide what you want to do with it. All right, well, that's that. Okay, let's pick a Starseed Oracle. And I've been using these for everybody. Charlie has decided that my computer is a really good place to take a nap. He's going to be really bummed when I have to move him. He might try to bite me again. Goodness gracious. Kids. All right, what do we have? What do we have? Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Oh boy. Yeah, that kind of goes with what what the card said, I have to say. Okay, I'll hold it up and read it. These cards are so pretty. Might as well really take a look at it. Okay. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as our own lives. If you pull this card, you are being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be vibrationally a vibrational match for you, who you are, and how you've grown. To dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others, but no longer do so. Some starseeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and the unseen, to shine the light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth, to stand for and protect those who don't have voice, to look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things. Um, some starseeds cannot tolerate things that are incongruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take baby steps, the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is not an easy feat, but it is so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. So that which is no longer aligns to your energy needs to go. Okay. All right. New dawn, new day. So that's what's at stake. Firm foundations, and we need firm foundations. So, all right, that's what's going on, Sag. I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like to support me, and do something a little bit more in my support. You can become a patron. I have a Patreon channel as well as this YouTube channel, and for a little less $5 a month. It's Christmas time or holiday season. A gift of self-knowledge is priceless. And so if you'd like to get a reading with me or give it as a gift, I do hour and a half readings. And the link is below. The link for Patreon is below. And that's it. All right. Well, I will see you again next month, which means next year. Uh-oh. Oh my God, my friggin' cat just, oh, anyway. You disappeared for a moment, but I was able to find you. That was Charlie's head. Anyway, I'll see you next year. And 2024 promises to be quite, it's been a wild ride, 2023. Get ready. 2024, I think, might be even a little bit wilder. So make sure you get plenty of rest, take your vitamins, and let go of anything that no longer serves, because we're being called up. The legions of light are being called up, and you are probably a general in that legion. So, all right, take care, everyone. Namaste.